on. So it really comes down to the individuals.
Jacob on defense, Fnatic on attack, and Durka on the ISO gets raid bust.
This is the time for
Boaster
action.
doing the job, dropping him a ghost.
Fnatic on the attack. Fnatic stocks all the way to the roof as of late, but Carmine Core have a point to be proving. But Alpha straight away
Wait, what?
going to be finding Martin after a very aggressive beginning. Oh, they're not slowing down, are they? They've just kept going. But look at all these trades.
Yeah, they tried to start off confident over towards A, and they got absolutely wracked.
Already found him. Shin, does he get the timing?
Did Boaster not see him?
If you thought he did, right? But he's been given a little bit of room to play here. Boaster might be dead.
Why are they so quiet?
Surely, well now they know.
Yeah, turned him up a bit.
And now
He's
Boaster
not getting
should.
away. He's not. Oh surely not.
Shin, going back for that?
Oh.
Okay, he's being a nuisance. He's being, you know, a little bit of a problem.
Yeah,
but
and
ISO
in
Durka wins that fight.
these kind of jaws the one.
He does at least have the sheriff though.
That shield is going to be the one thing that stops that sheriff though. Here comes the triple peek.
Swinging on the corner, shield goes through, and yeah.
Okay, lovely. Get a little plant on this one.
Seeing him find real value here on the ISO.
Nice.
That ISO is so interesting up against that Jet because the Jet is going to have that op, going to have that outlaw, and here on the pistol had that sheriff. And I was immediately thinking, look at all the things Jet can do. That
I mean,
ISO
sick round from Alpha.
The belt.
Just fast.
But that ISO,
Past 2 picks.
Perfectly time that shield, it completely counters that Jet. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how well do they use this ability, and that's going to be something that we look out for the rest of this game. That 1-versus-1 duel with ISO and the Jet.
Mozzie one sheriff, they're allowed double death.
Seeing a rate pick
With
up
a
the Jet
rifle.
as well is just such a wondrous thing too. One of the key players we want to see activated in this series. We're looking at the adjustments and the, I guess, upswing on the fundamentals here from Carmine Core. Obviously stuck in the mud a little bit after that initial foray into the year at kickoff. Looked fantastic, but then after Madrid, it's been downhill since. But maybe a chance here to do a little bit of damage. Not going to happen as the turret, yeah, helps out matters.
And that's good info for KC. If Fnatic continues into this, it looks like they want to do that. KC is all here, but all they have are classics and sheriffs.
Yeah, the classic in the hands of Tomasi is the one that could do something about it. You can see that Narrate's just diving head first into this, and Alpha on cleanup duty. The last one standing
Alpha's
Tomasi.
nice shots though.
Yeah,
Alpha's 2 away from his ult. It's not too bad. Durka's like halfway as well.
2 kills and a little bit of chip damage.
Going pretty well.
We're going into the first gun round here.
I will say that Fnatic
really
actually have some good stuff with the ISO shield.
Fnatic from doing anything, but Fnatic, they've got a bunch of rifles here. So this round going to be really important for not only KC to win, but to win convincingly. Fnatic, so far with a good handle on the game, understand what's going on, dealt with that aggression from KC, not once but twice. And of course, a game would not be a game with Lauren Pansy Scott if
Back
there
here
wasn't,
again.
you know,
They call me Joseph. Thank you with the 4 months.
See what's going on?
Seeing it on the Fnatic side.
Appreciate the prime. Thank you so much for that.
The refs coming on in. Oh, even Zoe standing by. That's never a good idea. Zoe's hanging out with Stevie down there.
Keep it. Hello, hello.
They're pretending they don't hear me. Smart. Oh, no, they figured it out. Hello, Zoe and Stevie. Being well behaved as ever. Good to have you here. But yeah, so welcome back, Josh.
Going on,
nice time
Boasties,
away?
what have you done?
Yeah, it was
lovely. A little bit of sunshine.
a little bit of
that.
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, you come back in straight to a tech pause. So
Well,
much
not
to
even
be
straight
said.
into tech pause. First, I hopped onto the desk. You know, decided to reminisce on old times a little bit.
Roll it
Figure
back.
out what life was like pre-casting booth.
So we have an update. It should be about a minute until we're back underway. So thank you for your
Minute?
patience.
Not too
Hopefully
bad.
that'll get fixed up. Maybe
Fly_co with
will
the
for
prime as well.
I don't know. Maybe it gets extended, but it gives us time to kind of reflect.
Thank you so much for that also. Appreciate the
expectations
prime.
for this map. Let's kind of talk about what we want to be seeing, because historically here for Carmine Core, it's not been pretty as of late. I mean, even when I was
Diff
getting
Na'Vi in
ready
the
for
last
Carmine
map.
Core game, which, you know,
Yeah,
sorry,
you could
the
say that.
Vitality Carmine Core game,
1v5
it was results like
kind of
13-3 on Icebox,
broke
2-13 against
I would
Liquid,
say.
3-13 last time against Fnatic. They have been struggling here, and
that
it's
was
been
fast.
really quite obvious to the eye. But
yeah, this is what we were talking about, right? The fact that they're so close to these ults. I did not realize I thought he was like here.
Being able to be a little bit more
Okay, one away from an
consistent,
ISO ult, so
doing
over
better
towards
than
A, they might want to
13-3,
try to take this
13-4
one
would be
away.
good. Narrate, really aggressive. We saw him on Gecko, we saw him on Sky, we saw him on different agents being really aggressive. He gets a chance now on Jet.
Yeah, maybe going for a bit of a biff here as well, a little bit of a fight. Trying to set that precedent, condition them a little bit.
Ooh, and they didn't
burn a lot
stick
of that
the orb.
utility
The
early.
orb is still here.
Just to clear this close area by pipes, but no,
Yeah,
not
drone
backing
into
down.
swing.
He's doubling down, and he's got his man. Hero now removed. They can fall away towards site.
Combo with the drone. Here's contact Alpha. Forcing Shin off the angle.
Look at him already, 6-1.
Yeah, and just knows that he
Guy's
has an
been a
orb here as well.
menace early on here. We saw that previous in the last 2 rounds over kind of towards middle, kind of playing that more
Could have
lurking
left it for
position.
the
He's got
ISO,
them
but
space.
Now he's
didn't want to give away that
well.
they'd gone back and actually made the ISO over towards here that was previously over towards A. Question mark still over towards here. Maybe a 1-point Magnum's going to use this recon.
They got that turret and the alarm bot. They're not worried.
And Fnatic kind of splitting this into a 2-2 here. We've got 2 of them. Late exploring middle. There is still the utility there in the way from Tomasi. So that will be eventually revealed.
Mini stole my wall.
Pretty close before they've shown some full players behind.
That's my Coach Potatoes wall.
So
The one with the little one-way over
guard
towards here.
duty. Spike should go down. Maybe a little bit of chip damage there, but they should be able to get away. Chronicle. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble.
Not taking the molly damage yet. No!
Oh!
Well done.
Timed.
That's gutting.
Okay, let's see how much damage they can get now, because they shouldn't be winning this round.
Durka, 2 heavy hitters. Both of them, one away from an ult as well here. What do they have in the post plant?
Shields up.
Here we go, Durka ready for a bit of a scrap himself. And Boaster and Durka in unison. This would be heartbreak for Carmine Core. They cannot be seen losing.
An extra kill?
2
Okay,
VXs,
still
and
not too bad
today
at
they
all.
do not. They keep
Armory
3
buy,
alive.
this will probably be an
Diffuse
armory
on the
buy
way,
also.
And Fnatic get held off from 3.
The trouble for
on that
Eco Pier is just, they got double ults to go against. Alpha, Killjoy ult, and Isa, Stacker ult.
From Fnatic to push him off. First the molly on the pipes, then the darts coming in, all this staggered utility. They know how much of a menace this player is going to be, and that's what we're going to see from Narrate. And I wonder when he's going to start mixing up his starting position, because every round so far, it has been on A.
Didn't even look at it.
Why stop? But this is when things get interesting, because Alpha has his lockdown, and Durka has his ultimate as well. Maybe going to see some people getting taken out of the map, out of the equation early on into the site hit.
See it. Do we have that aggressive start? It looks like at least they're trying to lean a little towards that. Gonna go for the orb as well.
Yeah, they hit someone taking the orb, so it's a nice way to do it.
Martin.
He tried the tech.
Oh,
I like the idea. He tried to jump through the shield and break the shield with the
They've already
classic.
pulled a player over here. They're not going to leave
I liked the idea of it.
Magnum. A bit audacious, yes, but he might
least
have
they had
lost
a
the
plan.
chance on that. They're just slipping away, trying to be proactive, productive, get ahead of it, but now they're down to 3. This might be a little too far.
Inching up. Shield still active.
And Narrate is going to have to pull off some heroics here.
At the top of the head.
I don't think he did.
Maybe?
I don't. Now he certainly does, and a good connection on Chronicle. Down to 14, so he's going to fall away from this. Still going to confirm this play is here.
Little dance of the dragons there. The the white hair. And
I'm not up to date on the latest episodes.
it's okay.
I
I mean,
need to catch up. Big fan. What can I say? But Tomasi's kind of been played in a bit here. Are they diligent? They are, but there's still some blood to be drawn, and he's still alive. For a second, I thought he might have got a second there, but no.
Wingman descending it midway through. Good news for
and Shin's
Fnatic is they only have to use
not
one
really
ult
got
as
away
well.
into this.
And Hero
getting away with his life here.
can just
Basically
pick up
his
the
only
orb next
chance,
round.
his only objective right now, that opening fight, not going in the way of KC.
Yeah, saving the gun here is worth. We've got
Certainly
one
out,
person,
though.
2
I
people
think
that
one
can't
of the
buy.
things they need to
So
focus
it's
on doing
just be a
is
buy.
Magnum cannot go
Can
and
drop
try to get
2-9.
those revenge
Does have
frags.
armor.
That
No
disjointed
util,
from
though.
the time his teammate goes down to the time he goes down. Too much time has lapsed. His teammate, Narrate, on Jet, is kind of above him, just chilling still. Don't need to force those situations, because if Fnatic's able to get their, teeth into this round, it's not going to go well for KC. That opening ISO duel,
Yeah.
what Martin was trying to do there was jump through the shield immediately, use that classic right-click burst, try to break that shield, take cover again, and then go for that duel. But instantly, Durka, as soon as he went into the ultimate world, he strafed off to the side to one of his shields, and that classic wasn't able to break the shield, and obviously winning that 1-versus-1 after that. That's the tech.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Right. Thanks for that poster. I don't know if he's after the lineups or not. Can't quite tell. Maybe a question afterwards, perhaps. But 3-1. Fnatic.
Okay, they don't decide to force onto it, just a straight up eco.
Any of that building momentum for
And yeah, chance of Fnatic to get some more ults. Probably going to be focusing on Darker. Seems like it's the ult that they want to be getting all the time.
Rifle saved over. Contact made. And Fnatic going through the protocol list. This is an isolated effort here, not seeing much support until then. Dizzy being sent up to try and support, but Dirk has cleared out Magnum.
And this is
They're
who they
not
want to get all the
finding these
kills.
initial fights in the way they want at all.
That's 2 down, just bleeding out, 1 by 1. Narrates up next. Filling in the angle, Shin with that angle from
Yeah, how do they deal with this double swing? Hero comes over.
And that shuts down such a big opportunity.
Even an ISO double damage.
Warded away, so they can just slowly.
No, most likely that was the person with the save gun.
And look, Narrate's fantastic. So's Tomasi, so Shin. We know that, but it's very hard against 5 people.
Gauntlet, here he goes.
Up, ready to go. Wingman's going for a little jog. Look
yeah, marathon.
Good guy. Oh, he's dead and gone. Devastating. And Alpha going to avenge his fallen 6th man. As now we're down to Tomasi and Shin. Backline noted, Boast has seen that, so that's one of the 2 pieces. Found and Tomasi was noted earlier on the Sheriff shot, so still. Plant's going to come in.
Spike planted.
The 2v4. It's difficult to see any other outcome here. This is one to suffer through more than anything. And Boaster's got his man.
Yeah, money's really good, man. Money's really good. Got double ults in this one, big Byrons.
What do you think for KC? Is this too early, perhaps, or do they need to get a grip back on this game?
I don't think it's necessarily too early. They do need to find their footing, get something going, because all of this A aggression that they're doing right now is disjointed. It's not working. It worked one time with that drone with Narrate going, but every other time it's not been Narrate, it's not been working. What we need to see instead is maybe they need to take control over this B main a little bit earlier. Shin's been doing a great job of that, and if he's able to take B main, they don't need that much control over at A.
Now the adjustment I'm seeing here is the operator as well, so it's going to work, it's got to work. Now it doesn't give it away either, that's big. Shin going to try and keep Narrate a secret on this. And they're building quite confidently, perfect. That's the pick they were dreaming of. They can fall away from this now, they don't have to outstay anything.
And
they still have their wall here.
They just got
Thrash. They still have lockdown.
They got some good ults though. I'm a little bit worried for K-Cup still. They got an ult to cancel the ult. I don't want to see Fnatic use any of these yet. They can kind of tank a loss and then just reset.
Massey's got his. Plant going to be attempted here.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
There's a deny on it.
Deny.
Have nothing to
very last second there. So now they have to put a body behind this.
Narrowly spotted. They have to wait for this wall to come back up, but already space taken from KC. Fnatic is locked into the zone.
Yeah, cornered in on this one. Having to fight their way forward, and Narrate's not allowing it. Good shot towards Alpha. 3 more to find. Boaster did make it towards yellow. He's kind of gone a little bit unchecked, but it doesn't matter too much here. Dizzy going to go up, make it an issue, and the
nice Yuto from K-Cup.
Gorgeous work, lovely synergy there. Critical, just not going to get played.
I get a clean round and use no Yuto.
1v5 is a lot to ask for, especially when the map, as we can see, is as small as it currently is. The barrel has already given away the game. And the slow creeping death is on the way of Tomasi. Oh, he's had a look.
Right. Nearly 45 HP. Did okay damage in the end. I have to say it was clean. They keep the ults though, that's the most important thing.
There. Usually been starting around A. All the aggression's been A. Fnatic try to do a little bit of a pace change. They have that lockdown, they have that Thrash. Hey, let's go check out B. ISO first to fall to that op as well. Without the shield pop, that is gutting for them. But looking at this round, KC, they're on 4 ultimates, and 3 of them are really good in the retake or just stalling out. So Fnatic really need to have a really good plan here. What ultimates are they going to invest? Are they going to just go straight up middle
Are we doing an insta-wall?
Disrupt KC's defense?
It looks like it. Again, I guess the simplistic answer if they're taking the extremities, we'll just go right up the guts. And it was at least a show of force. They've cleared some of the util, but then they backed away.
They used only the Dizzy, they took out the turret, it forces a reaction from KC here. And look at how Narrate's
yeah, they have to use drone already to clear over towards middle.
This could be really devastating for him. With a good re-clear from a Silva drone, from Chronicle, and a spam to follow up. Fnatic creeping up towards
Dizzy will give it away. He's got it back. He's got out with his life. He's got at least away with his life.
50 HP gets out of there.
And they've also shown the position.
Even on the Killjoy over towards middle. This is, I mean, Killjoy v Killjoy ult. I would say Tomazi's playing a little bit aggro for his ult, but
they still have their ultimates to use already. Tomazi closing down the map. But this lockdown, this Thrash, they're against the op still though. They don't have any smokes to block this. The Viper wall is towards B, and Boaster a little bit curious around mid.
But why?
He missed it. Did he?
And
he got it.
For a second's worth of value, but they still have the Thrash coming. Oh, the timing on that. Tomasi gets it right. The roll of the dice was good.
Double over towards heaven. Do they tunnel vision? Just gonna be getting the plant on this one. With the plant, Dirk could just get ult.
You'll be happy with that. Dirk getting away unscathed.
They put the own ult into it. And here comes Alpha. He's gonna get spotted by the alarm bot.
is a curious effect. Alpha now pressuring backlines, showing presence.
Great pressure.
Chronicle gets a kill, he gets his
Shot.
ult as well.
Whoa,
Nice
it's
shot.
great from Narrate. Saw a leg out of place and he took it. And he wants at least to get half on this one, and he should be able to do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I
Don't
think he
think
might
much
be able to do
deny.
it all unless
Does
Alpha
he
can get the
another go?
shot.
It looks like he will here. Second smoke gonna come in. He's absolutely done
Yeah,
it.
this was
Brilliant,
clean though
right
from
under the
K-Corp.
noses of Fnatic. Carmine Core keeping 5 standing on the defuse.
I think that was a bit
Maybe
of
the
a fumble
ult
from Fnatic
made
there
it
in
look
the
like
end.
there was
Yeah,
more
they were
people
down
over
a couple
towards
of
site. I mean, they
players.
kind of
Booster
cleared
got
it
caught on
either
that
way,
timing
but
at middle, but
it felt like
they had so much good pressure from Alpha.
as soon as Boaster went
Reflanking
down,
through middle,
it felt like
breaking the
they
alarm bot, breaking the
didn't
turret.
have a good backup
KC
plan. But
needs
once
to
they got the
speed
plant
up
down and
or
the kill
deal with
jolt came in.
Alpha. And I'm surprised that nobody from Fnatic was putting any pressure on that spike defuse. KC picking up another round. A lot of ultimates used, invested into that round. 2 from Fnatic, 3 from KC.
Yeah, that actually is a massive amount. Now coming back through.
Kick me in the
Fnatic going
shins if I
back to
cuss.
the
Dude,
simplest sort of start here.
so I keep
Straight
cursing
off
these days, like
towards
5
that A
times
site, and
more
a
than it
deeper
ever
hold
used to
from
be.
Carmine Core.
Don't know what's
Very
going on.
passive in this round, and they have Narrate actually stealing the ground from Tube. This has been free for KC the last few rounds here. Cutting them off, Fnatic need to commit, but they have that ISO ultimate.
K-Corp have been doing
They're
this
to win
a
it
lot.
Last time they went here.
Punishing over to so
Waiting
especially
for that
last
dart
round
to
when they
come
took the
back off
turret,
cooldown.
trying to protect it this time.
Orb going towards Generator. Gonna help them up. Scared of this op. They don't know where he is. Where is Narrate? He could still be A. They have no idea. They need to combo these abilities really well, or Durka needs to be able to find him and get him isolated.
Yeah, Dizzy ready to go, dart back up. Magnum with a little bit of stall on the other side. Let's see what he goes for here. Durka, does he get his 1v1? And they are getting out of the site as well. They are trying to play this really on the edge. And
we go
he
on.
got his man. Okay, Martin again tries to go for
Yeah,
the
tried to
break on
do
it
the
for
same
white
thing.
swing, and Durka's got him again. Double checking, he's dead, but they've got the site now
Magnum can at
under
least stop the
pressure.
plant,
Magnum,
but
though, gonna creep a little closer. They haven't got full control here.
No.
Oh, but right out of the
Nice
sky,
shot from Hero.
takes down Narrate, and it's gonna be on Tomasi and Shin.
Yeah,
and they have
Durka's
no
definitely
step
doing the
towards
play and
site
just
now.
hide behind the shield no matter what.
Swatted out of the sky like a fly.
I like the idea of the
Tomasi,
jumping classic
Shin,
though.
They need to save. Shin's been in this
Dude,
position
everyone's money's
before.
just so good. We're not even
Fnatic.
breaking econs out here. We just got
Letting the clock
saves
tick down a
into
little bit
clean
before they start
rounds.
chasing Alpha, already on the hunt.
Just out here with max money.
Like a stalker in the night. He's on the prowl.
He wants his man. Look, if he doesn't get to play ISO, he has to have fun elsewhere. You
Right.
gotta let him have some fun, you know what I mean?
Elimination
teammates
game,
going in
yeah.
there so
But both of these
cleanly,
teams
this is
have
not
an
fun.
okay chance. Well,
Give me a look.
Fnatic
Give me
has a
something to
100%
do,
chance
guys,
of qualifying
please.
through champ
But
points.
still, this is within touching
But,
distance, right? And I kind of like
K-Corp
what KC were doing in that
also
round, trying
can
to
do
play a
that.
little offside at times.
Yeah.
That push and pull a bit, making Fnatic use that utility. But still, with the ult coming out from Durka, him winning that 1v1, it seemed to capitulate at that point.
So what are you going to do in that situation once you get into that 1 versus 1? Not much you can do. You have to win your duel. They were trying to play as far out of the site as possible. But again, right here, it's just that first bullet being absorbed into that shield. And Fnatic, off the back of that ISO ult from Durka, 2 rounds basically won right from that alone. No ults on the board this time around though. Ops still back up for Narrate, and Fnatic doing a really good job of kind of figuring out where he's at.
Yeah, I
After
mean,
that
they're
B
just
round, that was devastating for them. They
Slow
don't want to
playing it the
repeat.
whole time. Every single
Very
time though, we're getting some
desperately
ults online.
trying to find
This is
Zim.
very
Yeah,
bold.
but he missed the timing on it. And now there's problems. You could see them try and close that gap as quick as they could. Couldn't quite catch him.
And Shin instantly responding. Alpha in position.
Huge fight, and it's won by Alpha. Big pickup for him, because Shin's been good at this. He's been good at taking that
Nick,
space
thank
away
you so
from
much for the
B,
gifted, man. I
allowing those
appreciate you
quicker
doing that.
rotations, but a loss there opens up chances.
Thank you, thank you.
Too
And
many times
Venox,
has
Noah,
Shin
if you're still here,
exposed
thank you
them
for
at
the
B.
prime earlier. Sorry that I
Now
missed that.
Fnatic, full map control. KC taking the gamble that it's still going to be A. Narrate still with that
This
op.
smoke?
Boost it up.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's
Thrown
nice
up
to
for
give you space
Chronicle.
around here.
Fantastic work from him, though.
I'm wondering why they didn't
Still
do it on the
trying to
Killjoy
hold
ult
on to
round
this, but
though,
that may have been
Bacon.
enough, and you've seen the cross being watched to Massey.
I mean, I guess he just
doesn't
wanted to
know
luck
if
through
they've
middle.
got
That was
it
their way
early
of
towards
doing
B.
it.
They
But
don't know how fast they maybe progress towards it, so you can see the paranoia looking towards site. He's worried about it. Quick turn on the dime, but a great shot. Takes away Alpha, avenging his fallen teammate, and now the site's open.
Got that info as well that everyone's there. Teammates rotating over. That spike is going to get planted. There's nothing to do about it.
Yeah, but they can't remove Narrate. He's still going to find damage. They're trying to find a fair
Nice
fight
jump
here.
have come up on the
You can
minimap.
see
That is
Tomasi take the
so
attention,
pointless.
Narrate. That felt unnecessary.
Right, they both
Giving
came up
them
on
a
the
chance
minimap.
now, a 3v2. Boaster and Hero. Boaster one off from the ult. Another kill. That's on board. Hero still has Dizzy, still has Mosh. Is Boaster trying to go around the world? No way he's got the time for that. No, not at all. And an individual fight on that one, but the Dizzy didn't quite catch towards Boaster, but the position given away, a great shot. Oh, Boaster!
Oh my!
Felt like he couldn't
God,
quite
that would
believe
have
himself,
been ridiculous.
Three man's on the
It was
case
a nice
to
try
use
though,
it,
get him
Carmine Core,
definitely
hold on
affects
for
the econ a
another.
little bit.
Down to the wire, and I thought for
What
sure
the-
Fnatic was in control
was
of that
that?
round after they got that opening pick. But Carmine Core doing a lot of really good things. Tamazi spotting for that info after he...
Yeah, I like the idea of it, Bacon. And I like before they started to... So basically, he went to luck over towards middle with the smoke. He got killed from tube, and then ever since they started to do this A smoke, that goes over towards screens. And before they did it at the beginning, they double... Like the first round, they did this smoke.
Carmine Core.
This first round, they did this smoke over towards
Let's freaking go.
screens. They actually just double swung the turret to make sure it's not there.
A little too late, just like
So they're
Boaster.
trying to
No, last one we won.
trying to play off this, but the coaches can definitely talk about the fact that they can maybe just leave middle if this smoke isn't here. Just trust on the turret.
Now, historically, the conversion between Eng and Zeiss winning after these timeouts is exceptional. They're some of the better coaches out there who get that incredible, you know, result after a timeout. So you've got to feel, even though they're this close, they're still calling a timeout. They must have noted something that they want to address.
They have a couple timeouts. They might as well use it. They can maybe put Fnatic. It's not really putting on them on ice since, you know, they don't have that momentum behind them. But maybe there's something going on with Chronicle having his
Alpha getting the
Fury,
op out. He's going to be probably holding over towards middle.
There's something to do with how Narrate's opening up these rounds. Whether he's walking down tube at middle, whether he's starting at B, or getting these picks later on in A. Maybe all that's being said right now is, hey, Magnum, let Narrate kind of have the field. Let him do whatever he's doing because it's working, and you just need to live.
Punish.
Alpha on the operator.
Right, or is this? Oh no, they're using the new molly over towards here.
Has caught my eye, but Narrate fancying his
Yeah,
chances
so
again.
keeping hold of the smoke and the op,
Shield up.
waiting for some kind of push over towards middle, because I think they're expecting K-Corp
to get out of there. Chronicle going to try and free up the
more
space
towards
for
middle
the
with
rest of
their op.
Fnatic to try and gap close towards, but it is just Durka on an island. No one else was that pushed up. So Magnum with, not, I don't want to say a freebie, but it tees up Narrate for a comfortable follow-up. Controlling the site well here. Boaster trying to do some serious damage. He's managed to get away with his life so far.
That's the only bit of damage he's taken?
Sure, but
That's
still
insane.
living. But it's 3 of them left alive here. Alpha, Boaster, and Chronicle. And already that map getting a little bit smaller. Note Shin still patrolling around, making sure they can't easily pivot away with someone's eyes being on this.
That op from Alpha, pinning the back of the site, and if they decide to transition back to middle, could really punish Shin here. But Narrate, 1 kill away from his dash again, on the strongest line on the site.
That little double stack towards Maze as well. They might have to scramble out of that, but actually gets dealt with. And the follow-up punish from Narrate is just perfect. He's really in control here. And he's got confidence in Magnum being able to support him on that push-up. They've really got
this is a good
one
adjustment
kind
from
of sewn
K-Corp.
up here. It feels they've got that
Until this
rhythm
smoke
down.
comes over towards middle, they don't have to fight it, so they can have numbers over towards
20 seconds left.
Amo.
Alpha
We've
has
just
to
got a
save this.
turret that
I
just
don't
holds
think
down
he's
the
shown
whole
this
of the middle.
op
We've got
yet,
no
though.
pressure here.
They're about to discover
Fnatic with a
right
bit
now
of
Shin
a
taking that space,
misread on it.
saying you're not gonna be able to save,
What they thought
and
was
that
going to
goes-
happen
there
is
goes the
Narrate
op.
was going to
But
go over towards
Fnatic
middle with
still
the
has a
op
little
because
bit
they've
of
been
money to play
saving the
with here.
Viper
It's not the
smoke.
end of the world for them.
But
They
instead, they just
have
went
a
for the easier
serious
option of
issue with
just
Narrate's
they're not
op
going to
right now.
smoke
They need
middle.
to do a better
We
job
just
of
have a
deciding
turret up, and then
where
we
it
don't even
is,
have to
'cause
worry
right
about
now,
it.
Dirk is getting taken out. Not this round, but a couple other times to that op before he's able
Eng,
to pop
yeah,
the
his
shield.
success rate
Great
after
job
timeouts
from Narrate in this round.
is
As
very
soon as he
high.
heard that the shield went up, he dropped off preemptively. He didn't even wait to see him. He just dropped off, waited, let the shield get taken out, then he peeks and strikes.
Okay, so after this timeout, Fnatic are at least going to smoke middle, or they're breaking the turret there.
Narrate is the crux of their issues. How are we going to
They're going to look at that round and be like, well, they had 4 people
here.
here.
I mean, you had to deal with,
Pickles
you know,
Penguin,
CNED when he
58.
was in
Appreciate the 4
form.
months.
Sure.
Thank you,
It's
thank
like,
you.
avoid the site where CNED is. How do you approach this? Is it that
Appreciate the tier 1, thank you so
meticulous
much for that.
investment of utility early, having to cycle that through? Maybe the rounds get a little bit later on the execute, but there has to be a response. How would you handle facing off against someone like Narrate with this composition that Fnatic have?
I think Fnatic had, they were on the right track in one of the rounds. They went with that Dizzy, broke the turret instantly at middle, and that put a little bit more pressure on KC that they need to split up and leave Narrate.
And players call timeout, yeah.
Okay.
So if they're able to do that again, and then use the Sova utility and the Gecko utility to kind of figure out where that op's at, they can move into the next stage, which
Yeah, that's
might
what
include
Minnie
a
was
lure,
saying as well,
might
Bacon.
include a fake, it might include a flank. but they need to find out
okay,
where that
let's
jet
go.
is and
Let's look at
instantly
this.
either decide to move away
Because
or
at the moment,
you
this
tilt
turret
up.
is the
Just run at her
MVP.
with everything,
Bosta has a
including Durka with
lineup
his
for a
iso
smoke in
shield.
middle, so
And this is the part of
looks like that's what they
Valorant
talked
or
about.
any sort of TAC FPS that I love is the counter
Back
mind
to the
games that come
standards.
in. Because if you're Narrate and you've been having this level of success and impact, you've got to know they're trying to come up with a
And
way
smoke
to deal
out goes
with you.
over
So I'm
towards
wondering what
middle,
that is.
so
He's gone back
they
to
can
what he
actually
was
create
doing before
pressure
here,
in middle,
unnoted
so
by turret
he
or
shouldn't
anything else, but he's
be
letting them
as
this
stacked
time.
as this.
Played
But
in instead. The aggression works out and he gets away, unaffected and
yeah,
untraded.
dude, I
Still with a good
respect
idea
just
of
how
what's
confident
happening
they
here.
are over
Wait
towards
till you see
A.
if Fnatic maybe pivot somewhere else
It's
on the map. because they've
relentless
lost
at the
out on that
moment.
early man.
I wonder if this turret's going to be a false sense of security for Fnatic to come back into A. That spike down at the nest. Here comes the orb up. They want to apply a little bit of pressure to KC.
Are they going to do
Make
some
them have
shields to
rotate
block
off.
the turret so they can run past it?
turret.
Yeah, that's cool.
They tried to cross with the shield to take that timing into kitchen. But here comes the fight and the flank.
Yeah, double tap going to be initiated and go for the swing on this.
At least bait that a little bit later as well.
He's under so much pressure in middle right now. He's got players towards your kitchen, towards your lower side of middle.
Martin.
But Alpha, catching Martin kind of drifting over towards pipes, maybe trying to find that
Yeah,
information.
Narrate's going to have
That
to do a
could
lot
be
here.
fumble and a mistake that's going to cost them here. Let's see, we're into a 3v3. That spike
Yeah, they're
being
going to
down
make a
is
call
still
because,
a problem.
because the spike's
And
down
that's what
over
you're
towards
talking
A.
about, that
Has to
full
be A.
sense of security. Narrate was on the case the entire time, keeping that line locked down. 25 seconds now. They've got Chronicle. How long does he have until that dart's back up? 12 more seconds. He's trying
What
to...
are you doing? We've got no time on this. You gotta go middle now.
With the dart, but no.
Wait, does he have
Boaster's
time?
coming back. I thought he was going to go up maze with that
I
Viper's
guess he
pit and
does.
try to do something, but they're committing to be here. 12 seconds left. Dart going in right now, but the rotation already here.
This is back to the wall. Valorant here. Shin so close by. They've already got a man
4
towards
seconds.
Snowman. Boaster has taken down a rate, so it's game back on, but they've got a player nearby, and there's nothing more to be done about it.
Yeah,
Shin
I mean,
on the
that was a
punish,
little bit bold
and
on that one.
Carmine Core
I like the
perfectly playing that round.
I am shocked
wall
that
to
Boaster did
cross
not
at
try to
middle.
invest his
I think
Viper's
it's
pit
good
into
to
that
show it
round, whether
once
it be
because
at
now they
A
can kind of
or
bait
on
this
B.
in future
That
games.
ending could have
And
gone
honestly,
either direction.
it's the
They
kind of
chose
vibe
to
that
go
I'm
be
getting
together.
from a lot of
Fair
what
play.
Fnatic's doing.
But Magnum catching this
Trying to
off
change up
guard,
their stuff
Hero,
so
because the
much.
timing of that play,
And
I
I
know
wonder
said
if it's
before,
like
maybe let Narrate
to
go first,
throw
but
some
that was
people
good.
off if they're doing
Martin
anti.
getting caught off was a little weird since
They got a lot of
the
new
angle
stuff
that
at the
Narrate had
moment.
from the top of Generator. But it's all coming down to this round.
Some
and
of it's
already
okay, but-
KC's doubled up the rounds that they normally get in the last Icebox games that they've played.
Genuinely, this is a
Okay,
real turnaround.
break the turret
Clearly
this
coming
time
out
over
that
towards
regular
middle. That means
play
we're getting
into
no
playoffs.
smoke.
They have been trying to tighten things up
Your
here with
boss
the
is
boys.
doing
They've
with
been
this
going
one.
back through this. Now, the curious part becomes as well as Sunset up next, the unknown quantity with Fnatic, but to focus here, it's Alpha to draw blood first, and the shot misses for Narrate, and we're going to
Well, we're
start
never
seeing
gonna
that
know where the
pressure
smoke goes.
building. Already Dizzy invested, forcing him back away from yellow, but a far more proactive start.
Oh, big pick.
Right from downtown across the map.
And they don't really know that the Gecko's over towards
We're
there.
gonna need a bailout round from
Martin-
Durka or Alpha
Martin
or
should be good
Hero
for
or
one at
someone.
least.
But Martin going unclear.
Oh man, come on, dude.
I
Surely
thought
not like
Durka was
this.
dead then, but no, plants in, not to be denied this time. They know where that operator is.
Yeah, there we go.
Martin
One, it's all good,
isolating
no
Alpha.
cuss.
High Dizzy. Counter all considered, and oh dear, he's detained. Do they want to go for
Can't
this
punish,
one?
they can't.
No, it looked like Durka tried to,
Why?
but that was too far. Oh my god, Hero. A 1v3 is a lot to do.
Hey, dude.
And he ain't
This
gonna
was
get it
this was
done.
a nice
Carmine
half from
Core
K-Corp. I
taking
liked it
the
a
lead
lot.
away for the
Fnatic
half.
That was a
experimented
very back and forth
a
half for a
hell
little
of
bit
a
there.
lot with
KC
some of this
coming out on
stuff.
top, Fnatic with the first 2 rounds.
They
So of
really
the
wanted
last
to
10
show a lot
rounds,
of new
KC
stuff.
7 of them. That's a pretty good showing right now. And all they have to do is
I'll
continue
tell you what
this
though,
form into
if
that
I was a
second
coach
half.
that was going to
Obviously,
champs,
they're gonna be
I
against
would look at
ISO
all of the
instead
stuff
a
they
Jet.
did on attack
Things are gonna
here,
play out a tiny
and
bit
I would
differently.
scrap it.
No
As
dash
soon as
to
I
get
watched this
away,
first half,
no
I would scrap
verticality
this
that they have to
demo.
deal
I wouldn't
with,
include it in
top
my anti.
generator, for
I think
example. So
it
maybe
just feels
little
like a
bit
game to
more
just throw
space and
people
freedom.
off.
And circling back to
They got
our
some
early
really
points,
weird
things
stuff
we
that
want
they're
to see
doing.
better from Carmine Core. It's not the set pieces. It's not the
I would throw the VOD in the
composition
bin and not
changes,
include
really.
it.
It's kind of how they're interacting. It's their synergy. It's their kind of playing amongst each other. Kind of, are they hitting
K-Corp
those
playing
points
better.
in
They're
your
playing
mind?
way
And
better.
have
This
they
was
done
nice
enough
over
to at
towards
least
A.
dissuade some of those worries maybe coming into this matchup for you?
They've had highs and they've had lows. We've seen the lows with
Yeah,
Magnum
I liked
leading
I
out
liked
there,
this
but
stuff
we've seen
over
the
towards
highs
A.
with how they
They were
combo the
relentlessly
drone with the jet,
aggressive.
re-peeking, or creating a little bit of misdirection so that someone else can come from the side and squeak out a kill. But as we go into this round, KC is posturing towards A, popping that drone relatively early in a relatively undefended A site.
They played the same against you, Bacon. You had like 2
Free
rounds
walk
that
about
they
4
played on
KC.
attack.
Alarmbot spots them.
Looking to
How
see
do you
if they
know?
maybe get proactive behind that wall though. It's getting a bit closer.
Sorry, that was too mean. It's too soon. That was too soon, chat. That was too mean.
A little bit of chip early on towards Martin.
That turret spotted Fnatic. Shin turning around to deal with the flank.
They've got to keep their attention split, though. Otherwise, it's going to be full focus here. Shin's going to see at least a little bit of pressure, enough to call for the cavalry to come back in. We are seeing that mid pressure dealt with. That's Martin taking down Alpha, and Shin's going to double down on. That's gorgeous work from Shin. And now Chronicle and Hero in a tough situation. Shin had an absolutely belting round. Carmine Core looking very strong.
If you want to talk about fundamentals, if you want to talk about protocols, that is a great example of KC hitting their highs right there. As soon as that turret goes down, instantly Shin is turning around, spotting information. Oh, they're coming in with the flank.
We get a pistol
what do? They respond by getting closer to screens. They press forwards. They take out everyone from Fnatic in towards screens, towards heaven, and they're able to clean it out. Easy. I don't get the meme. What is this? Am I too old for this?
I didn't get that one either.
Okay. Someone's got to let me know.
One on the
pistols. The new dance thing?
Not sure. We are seeing the Outlaw coming out. 2 Vandals and 2 Ghosts. You don't want to see more than 2 players go down for Carmine Core if you're on their side. On the other side of things, of course, Fnatic would love to cost them a little bit of the bank they're building up. Now, again, one of the biggest comebacks ever that we've seen has been pulled off by Fnatic on this map. So you never can quite write them off, even when the scoreline does start to trickle away from them. But this round, going to be difficult to do any damage. You're looking at Durka mostly with that Sheriff. But beyond that, it's a patient beginning from Carmine.
Yeah, how long do they wait?
I do wonder if KC do want to end A here. They have that Outlaw that can post up for them. Maybe they switch the weapons around so Narrate can go into the site. They'll let Lil Bro go for that spike plant.
I got the spike.
Couple of Ghosts, the Na'Vi buy on the second round here. Take flight.
Is that mid pressure?
He waited all this time and then eventually swung to break the turret. That was sick. Alpha with a lot of patience in this.
On the site for Fnatic.
Yeah, 5 people here though. We've got to keep an eye on the luck with Shin.
A little bit of exploration through middle.
Gotta go on this,
low on time.
Yeah, they gotta commit to this one, and it could get real messy. But
I think Shin will be fine to clean this up no matter what.
Finding Alpha is huge, but Fnatic are fighting back. It's Shin in the backlines with that mid-lurk that's finally come through, and he's still popping off with the Ghost. It's like the pistol round all over.
Can Shin pick up the other gun? I imagine so. I'm not entirely sure where they died.
I'm seeing Magnum with that. I'm seeing Martin and the Outlaw picked up. Tick in the box.
Last millisecond, recovered all the big weapons. The Ghost players are living at the end of the round there, but retrieved though, so a bonus round in the hands of KC. Fnatic were not able to convert theirs. KC, we'll see if they can convert instead. And a good rotation from that Fnatic to stack on that site. KC need to show better towards A. If they want to be able to close out those rounds out against that full buy, they got to make it more convincing when it's against classics.
Fine. There's 5 here.
Going forward now. Unconfirmed damage.
I mean, K-Corp would like to do this a lot, just insert one over towards this box. We insta-send it with 1. Okay, 5 HP, 35 HP. Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on this luck over towards B right now. Even though he's low, they have no damage. No idea that he's here. It's weird because the call would be to go back over towards B right now, but the spike is so committed and so is everyone.
This feels a little bit disjointed from Carmine Core.
Yeah, okay, they managed to get the spike, get out of there, and the rate should just be hiding the whole time here and then late go A as these 2 push. It's going to be a weird round. Doesn't the rate stay? Probably should on 5 HP.
5 HP, that's all he's got to work with. They seem aware
of it. As well. Now what?
Really well. Maybe noting it early, maybe feeling it felt weird there was such a gap that they backed away so confidently. And now the problem becomes the HP. Narrate on 5, and Tomasi, yeah, he's sitting pretty, but they're going for a double pump here. I mean, they're trying to. It's not a bad call. Tomasi doesn't know how free it is, though, so by the time he gets there, they could have rotated back, unless Narrate hits a worldy shot.
And he doesn't want to...
Oh,
no. Okay.
Lucky, but ouch. Just smacks his shins on the way over, but it's fine. He's still alive.
Yeah, they still got a plant. Dude, imagine they win this.
The readjust, do they expect...
Killing everyone on 5 HP.
Chronicle gets his head taken off, and he'll be gutted with that. It's a 2v2.
And now he's just buying a lot of time staying alive. Boaster should have him.
He's still going to find more, surely not. You've got to say that one's
the turnaround nearly happened.
But a 1v2 is more than
he's made this doable.
More than doable. What does Tomasi do? He's had all the freedom in the world to reposition. And he's
Facing
opted
like
for this. It could be a one and done. It could be a one and trade. How diligent. Oh, Fnatic,
Hey,
they
nice
are
from
to the
Boaster,
last
good little
second
sidestep.
there. Double swing on it.
Hey, well done,
Alpha
sick
and
damage.
Boaster stay together, but that got far too close for comfort.
That little sidestep at the end there by Boaster. Fnatic really need to find a way to stick together in those 4 versus 2s. I like the idea from Shin, from KC, to steal that space at B, but you gotta stop going at a certain point and just keep that ground for your team. And again, another showing from KC going towards A, and things weren't playing in their favor a little bit. So I wonder if we're gonna see something a little bit different from them, a different opening. Maybe they come back to A after putting pressure somewhere else, or maybe we see a different investment of utility towards A, because Fnatic's doing a really good job of locking this down right now, and they're barely doing it with much investment at all.
Speaking of much investment, the money is so dangerous
We've
between
got to pay
these two. It's
attention
not
to this
settled
one.
in place at all.
Keiko can just run away with it if they win this.
Yeah. I mean, look, Narrate's rolling it back.
Go 1, 2.
Whoa, Durka right
Nice.
out in the open.
1,
Just
2,
caught,
3.
Trying to get to that
Turret.
close.
Wait,
Again,
wait, what?
How the hell
I
did
guess
that
there's a
one
dink in
happen?
there.
Alpha went for a mid-fight. That's a 6-man getting a kill again this game.
That's actually nuts. I know our EVS team is absolute god tier, so I hope we catch that one on the replay. So there was obviously the support as well to it. There was an assist coming out, so I want to see how that one worked to actually make that happen. But as it stands, we're going to be asking the question once again. Who can then step up from Fnatic here to do some sort of damage? Chronicle, Boaster, and Hero are going to be behind the wheel no matter where they go.
Magnum's lingering behind over at Hey. I wonder if he's waiting for Chronicle to pop his drone so he can get spotted and then kind of
Weird,
sell
'cause they
that
don't want to get the
pressure.
orb.
Or if
Our
he's just
team would
waiting
kind
for
of
his
want
dart
it.
to come back online to use his dart, get information at A. But here, the walk push, Boaster.
Oh, but he's only got one. Narrate's taking him down. You kind
least
of wanted
gets
a little
early
bit more
info
from
so
that.
they can
Yeah,
get a
the
rotate
info, but they're
alpha.
still not even that certain. You can see the Magnum, excuse me, Chronicle
This is a
still
weird round
lingering
from
around
Fnatic. They
here.
kind of just got to
Zero
save this
drifting
one because they are
straight
so
through
wrecked
middle, but
money-wise.
Plants in. Garand ain't gonna find much here.
Would
This
maybe
is,
allow
we're seeing
someone to
Carmine Core
hunt.
look so different today.
This is, yeah, they had a serious team discussion and really came into this locked and loaded. A few mistakes here and there from Fnatic. Durka going down first with his shield not even activated. On several instances here has made it difficult for them to really just stabilize after they had a decent start at the start of the game here. 4 versus 2, Fnatic gonna have
Game
to take
rough
a page out
for
of KC's book
Fnatic.
and save all
Yeah,
their
I mean
defense
the
side here.
change up of comp from
This is
K-Corp
gonna be
was
10 rounds for
definitely
Carmine Core, though. That's
the move.
massive.
Double digits.
I've got to be questioning when we see the timeout from Fnatic, because once you see double digits,
First of
again,
all, I
shit
didn't
gets
think the
scary.
original
You're gonna
stuff
see
on
those
Icebox
ults
with the
starting
hub
to
was
come
that
back
good.
through again already. We're
Second
gonna
of
see those
all,
cycling
all
back
of the
up.
anti
And
and
Carmine
time that
Core get that
Fnatic
kind
had
of
has just
full
been
hand round
wasted.
with every already. You
Gotta
gotta
kind
feel
of
that's a slam
adapt
dunk,
on the
so
fly a little bit.
I don't know what to expect now. This was the perfect stop, but you're right. Going down without the shield there, a couple of question marks. I'm waiting to see if there is that timeout for Fnatic.
Instantly audio down.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing to point out here is
Can I
that
just say something?
Case
Say thanks. Thank you for the free kill.
KC has not been good on Icebox all season.
True.
This is Fnatic's map pick. This is not really acceptable for Fnatic. And next map is Sunset. Hello,
Totally unknown.
Fnatic?
I
Have you
know.
played it before?
I know this could get wild, because I think if you're going off of previous results, if you looked at everything in front of us,
It will be
you've gotta
interesting to
say
see
you
what
were
the
expecting
what
Fnatic
their
to
comp
walk
is.
through here smelling like roses, but they're going to be suffering. Alpha's gone down, and Bo's only got a sheriff, and he's
Yeah,
going to be
nah, this is
overwhelmed.
me, this is
run
done, right?
Through and straight towards the site. Narrate going to take
They-
all
they
that
just
space
all-inned on this.
right off the back of it. You can hear these steps. Durka, yeah, he's close, but he's got no idea Narrate's this far up as well. Plant is in. Xenon give him a fight, surely not. No need to. Can wait this one out a little longer.
They give him a fight. He might be able to pop his ulti and make it a 3 versus 3.
But Narrate, again, they didn't think about this position. They had no idea he could get that far, so Hero goes down in a blink of an eye. And you've got to save, surely. There's nothing else you can achieve in this round. Keeping those rifles up is huge, and I expected the timeout here rather than the next round, but Fnatic are running out of options and running out of rounds to depend on.
Running out of money as
Little
well.
bit of reserve
You gotta
credits to
save
be
these
able
two
to
guns,
use
and these
to
3
spend on the
combined
next
top
round.
2-9 loss
But you're
bonuses here.
This is getting way too
So if
close.
this gun goes
And
down,
on
it's
the
actually
hunt,
devastating.
Narrate going for more. Gonna get put down by Chronicle. One off Hunter's Fury now for Chronicle. But Martine, he's got his Thrash, and KC's really been keeping the
Right,
pace
most
up
likely a
to tempo up.
timeout.
So I wouldn't be
Chronicle
surprised at
probably
all if
going to
we
be
see this
talking
next
about getting the
round
orb over
here.
towards
Faster
A,
hit,
so you
using
might see a
that
punish
Thrash,
from K-Corp.
getting the pieces of Fnatic. Fnatic really haven't been able to stop anything yet. But Durka, he does have that ultimate. Maybe he can disrupt an attack with that ultimate, really just spread the KC thin. Especially if Martine's in the back lines.
Am I going to be watching China playoffs?
Out of the front lines.
I'll do tomorrow for China.
Here comes your timeout.
then maybe the schedule's a bit too much.
I wanted it around earlier.
But I'll at least do tomorrow.
You know, you don't get
and then kind of
everything
work
you
it
want,
out.
but I wanted it around earlier because it's been
Might catch
4-1
the
rounds so far in this half. Carmine Core have looked
if the
good, but I don't think
eliminations
they've looked
game is good,
threatened yet.
like
I
for
haven't seen
4th
Fnatic come out and look
and
threatening.
3rd spot,
And
then I'll
considering the
probably watch
individuals
that.
are on this roster, that's wild to me to even say that. Gotta see them bound back here. First time in I'd say sometime recently, at least for Fnatic, that they've been pressured. We haven't seen them look this pushed on this map in a minute. They've been having their fun, they've been running all sort of comps, they've been coming up with these new concepts, but this is them being brought back down to earth. Now, don't get me wrong, map 2 is an unknown quantity, but what an absolute gigabrain veto coming out like this. You've been working on Icebox, you've reinvented yourself, you've come out, you've looked strong.
This change up is really good.
And then you go into something like Sunset as your pick, especially with Abyss coming in, they have to do it. You can't ban both. It's lovely to see here. This could be a masterclass between Carmine Core and their coaching staff to put Fnatic in a position like this.
I also have to probably say that it makes a lot of sense for Narrate to be on Jet here, because he has that killer
Couch Guy 8 with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you doing that.
Really
Thanks for using your Prime on me. Thank you for the support, man.
Time is right. He does it even when it's not right, but he comes out on top so frequently. And it's up to Durka to really be able to stop him.
They look for the turret, they don't see it.
But Dirk has been losing this one.
There's a good amount of info that the turret's over towards here. Got a one pass and fake over towards A with an early drone.
Maybe to pull Fnatic in.
Then what, you just insta-fish send?
The rest of them grouped towards B. They have that Viper wall to start walking up behind. Magnum hasn't seen anything. He wants more information. Thrash comes out.
Gonna have to follow up the Thrash, take that space. It's cleared towards back yellow, and it can make its way back through. Already Narrate gonna backfill that. They've taken the correct steps here. I want to see that next layer though.
There's options with Magnum in the situation he is in. So close up at A. Narrate feeling no pressure at all, just freely peeking.
Yeah, they kind of just chilling on this one, waiting for the fish to come back.
And that almost feels like they've
a luck over towards A, getting so much space, might call him back, but honestly at this rate, I think fish, wall, fake, plant, that could just take a lot of space. Maybe going way too early on this, but that does, because they've been cutting sound over towards B, pull them over towards A, so yeah, I liked it. I thought he was going for a luck, he's actually just trying to create enough pressure to make him rotate.
Now, he's had a good record this map so far, and he's kept it up. Narrate, in the meantime, found Boaster, and they're looking to pressure back towards the site.
Look at their positions, they're not too bad.
Hero, he struggled with Magnum earlier. This time he's got
that should decide it. Can he flash over to site as well?
Still pressure to be cleared. Shin being one of them. Good trade for Alpha. Double down from Chronicle, and it's all on Martin. This man can be a monster, though. Dizzy sent up. Double swing. He's not got it this time.
Alright, nicely done from Fnatic. I like the idea from K-Corp. It's actually a pretty cool run from them.
Back.
Came down to a 2 versus 1. Chronicle
Ritz vibing, 9 months. Thank you so much, man. 4 months in a row with the Prime also. Thank you for doing that, dude.
So much space from KC there, walking up into a free A site. And I wonder if they're going to start cluing into how
Fnatic's just winning every single ult at the moment.
Or is this something that we can expect them to do to give us this space and this freedom?
Good job.
So it's on to KC to be able to figure out what their next game plan is. They have that Viper's Pit. A has not been super successful for them. Fnatic's been stacking B. Does KC continue to go into A here, or are they going to use it as fake pressure and go back to B again?
People close to taking the AWP, so just a shock to get them a little bit scared.
Canvas,
if they wanted to get the AWP.
They still have the upper hand at 11-7. They've got rounds to play with. Looking at Hero, though. He's going to have to respect this. And Carmine Core putting a lot of early utility towards this site here, maybe to try and set up Narrate to
yeah, dude, Duck has been up there so many times. In this game, in other games as well.
They can get that
the C, his pre-aim was there the whole time. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this Viper ult. Gives them a lot of space over towards the side. I either prefer the one with the afterplant here or the one over towards this site. So if it backfires a little bit. Maybe it's because official they decided to go for this one, but
oh, but Chronicle claim Narrate, good trade for Magnum. Here comes that Thrash though. You've got to find big value. Did it catch?
Saw him at least.
They're trying to swarm the site now. This is where it gets all of it.
Oh, Magnum playing around it. What a beast.
But Magnum
He did so much
finding
work
so
here.
much value. As Boaster left in a 1v3, the numbers are against him, and so is the time. You've got to be feeling he's about to pull the plug on this. It's going to be 12, and Carmine Core have been looking outrageously good
And
here.
good
Having all
amount of
the
prep
answers
on
they
this. Durka
needed,
can't be playing that
and
spot
Fnatic
anymore.
floundering a little. And they have to face 12
5
against
chances.
them now.
They're pretty much
Carmine
smashing
Core,
them.
what a turn of events
Been a
we're seeing.
pistol
On the
each.
cusp of taking
Feels like
first
Fnatic,
map
the only
against
rounds they're
Fnatic.
winning are kind of like
Knockout stage.
ISO ults
I
and
wonder
just ult
if
rounds.
Boaster, he's got his Viper's Pit. Does he give his Vandal to someone else and without the judge to play in his Viper's Pit? Are they going to invest it this round? I think they might have to. They got that lockdown for a retake, but KC just has so much control of the map. Like, just when I thought, oh, surely they're done with going A, they go back to A. They don't care. They just stagger utility one by one, go in there, and take out Durka again.
Blame me for this?
He's
Why?
going down
What's going
without
on?
a fight so often.
What a change from Carmine Core. Narrate, an absolute headliner here.
Make up change comps.
Dealing
That's
with
good.
Durka every single time it feels
Good news
like.
for everyone.
Dizzy set up for Hero.
Threading the needle well here. They
Although-
don't get spotted. They have no idea what's around the corner. Now they do, and Durka wants in. He wants a chance at this. He's
wants that ult.
absolutely chomping
2
at
bullets.
the bit, and he's not stopping. He didn't have time
That's
to even
done.
reload. Just 2 tunnel visioned. And again, look at the numbers now. It's a 4v2. Alpha and Boaster.
Took
no
their stuff,
real
now they're
chance to even
losing.
use the
Right, they
ultimates
lost
that
on
they've had in
they lost
back
on
pocket.
attacker because they didn't take A control
Carmine
lands.
Core, yeah, a little broken, a little
They made
bruised
no
here.
smoke over
A
towards
little
middle,
lower
which
on
meant the
HP,
turret was just
but
a
in all
god.
the right places, with all the right numbers still
Don't be blaming
standing.
my wall.
We're going to need a round from one of these two. Alpha certainly capable. We've seen marvelous work from Boaster, but Alpha's been spotted. You can see them waiting for him. Oh, the timing, he reads it like he can see it.
Oh.
Boaster clears out as well, but now it's down to
Oh,
Alpha in a
HPs.
1v2, but look at the HP. Shin down a little lower, Narrate going to be backing away. They've got 30 seconds,
30 seconds.
and the map is open for them.
His setup's on A. They got the mollies there, the alarm up for the screens push, the turret from middle. Alpha, are you going to reactivate these? You're
He's
going
not
to
in
pop the
range.
mollies when you hear the noise. You're way too far away.
This could be a missed chance.
Wow.
There it is. Oh,
That was
beautiful
a random
time.
timing too.
Beautiful
That's
time on
not-
the stall.
10 seconds left.
They can get the
Imagine he
plant,
gets a kill off that.
but he's got to know now. He has to know now.
And
Plants
do they
in,
play close because he has ult?
and now it becomes brutal. Now it's the unknown. Where are these two players?
Alarm bot down.
He
Still
didn't
got
shoot
info.
the alarm bot.
That's pretty big. He's got his lockdown. Just going to pop that in as well for good effect. Waits for the push. This man can be ice cold, and they respect it enough. They back away.
If it's planted for Belt, if it's planned for Nest, Alpha, what can you do here?
Yeah, but it's Alpha, the
A
one that kid
little
himself.
corner in the bottom right
He's
that could
looking
be
for a
strong.
fair fight, but he's not being given one.
Wow,
Stretch up to
man.
the front of the site as
Non-believers.
Second tap. They got to respond. Shin goes in, and Shin dies. Narrate now in the 1v1.
Very
He
nice.
flies
Outplayed them
in,
fully here.
And it's job done. Carmine Core.
Yeah, especially this defense. This defense was really good.
Wrongs.
Good bit of anti on the attack as well. They knew where Durka was pretty much every time.
And right now it's turned
Turret
into
at
a
middle was
dream.
just super strong.
Sunset
I love that even though
coming
their
up
turret was
next.
getting
We are
shot at middle, they
walking
just
into
still put it up
unknown,
until they
and
put
Fnatic might be
until the
walking into a
smoke was there.
trap.